Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to make this dry erase board with some cork board panels. It's made out of maple and walnut and it has a nice little ledge here to hold your markers. Let me show you how I did this. First thing we'll do is mill up our four sides. I'm using 3/4 inch stock and ripping them to a width of 1 1/4 inches. Then, I'm going to cut one 45-degree miter on each of the four pieces. Using a stop block on the end of my miter gauge, I cut two pieces at a length of 32 inches and two pieces to 26 inches. I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch rabbet on the inside of all four pieces. You may prefer to do this with a router, but I like using the table saw as I feel it's much safer. I now move my fence and make a second cut. Make sure your waste piece is on the outside and not trapped between the fence and the blade. Since we all know that end grain is notorious for soaking up glue, I like to put glue on my mitered corners and let that sit and dry for a half hour before we clamp this up. Once this dries, this will keep the glue from soaking in on the actual glue up. Alright, so now with just a square, some glue, and some blue tape, I'm going to glue up two sets of corners. Once these two sets dry, I will then glue up the entire thing. Okay, so we'll let that dry for a couple hours. So now we come back and glue the two sets to each other, creating the outer frame. Now I'm going to resaw some maple that will be used to reinforce the corners. I will now take the pieces that we just cut and cut off some corners. I will then glue these triangles on all four corners for reinforcement. Now it's time to cut the divider that separates the cork panels from the dry erase board. We'll nibble away the ends to create a lip that will be used to glue it in place. A perfect fit. Now we'll nibble away a rabbet along the top and bottom for the cork panels and the dry erase board to fit into. And once again, a perfect fit. Using the cork board for alignment, I glue and clamp the divider in place. And now I'll repeat the same process on the smaller divider between the two cork panels. We'll glue it smack dab in the middle. A little bit of trimming on the cork panels, and then we cut the dry erase board to size. And now, we'll mill up the bottom shelf, route a groove for the markers to sit in, and round over the front edge. For a decorative look, I cut off the corners. We'll then pre-drill 3 holes in the bottom that will be used to attach it to the frame. It's a good idea to sand and finish before final assembly. I'll then fasten down the cork board and the dry erase board using my pin nailer, add the hanging hardware, and screw on the bottom shelf. Well, that's it. If you make one of these, please be sure to share it with me either through email, Facebook, or Twitter. Thanks for watching. Stay passionate and make something.
To keep up with me, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram, and Etsy. And be sure to check out my website at drunkenwoodworker.com.